Hey guys, we're at the DK Seaman Hockey Resource Center, the behind the scenes for Hockey Hall of Fame, going to meet Phil Pritchard to take us around and show us some things you haven't seen before here with BCLUTCH.
Made it.
Hey Phil, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having us.
Hey, no problem.
I know we're going to get to a lot of cool things here, but I'm going to come in hot right away.
Great.
I got a question from Braden Poirier from Lug, Vancouver.
Okay.
What is the craziest party request you've had to deny? I think this was kind of sparked by, in Washington, I know there were a couple dents that happened to the Stanley Cup.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, we think back to Washington. When Alex Ovechkin hoisted that for the first time, every emotion he had came out, and it was, to me, it kind of changed the look of hockey because guys are very quiet in hockey. They're very family, very team. But Alex just brought it out, and that first night in Las Vegas and being in Washington that first week was so amazing. We did have to stop them from doing kegs. Actually, we had to show them how to do keg stands properly because they were using the cup as the base.
Okay.
And you're not supposed to use your hands. You're supposed to go right in. So we showed them how to do that. But you know, most of the guys are so good with it because they've worked their lifetime to get to this pinnacle that they have all the respect for it. Their buddies, it's another story, you know, somewhere about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Guys have drank a lot, they've got all these other ideas. Those are the times we usually have to kick in. But for the players, I mean, as you know, it's probably the hardest trophy in sport to win. If you ask any guy what it was like to win it, the emotions are all come out and they're so respectful of it. I'm thrilled spending every day with every guy.
Amazing.
So we're here where an artifact starts. Wesley here is actually inputting an artifact right now. But all of these are current artifacts that have just come in that are going to be part of our collection. So you'll see everything from jerseys, pucks. We got an old stick here from Nell Stewart from the 30s, an all-star pick stick. Autographed, extra special, handmade, Montreal, Canada. Straight as an arrow.
They don't make them like they used to,
No, but
eh?
it was used in Toronto on February 14th, 1934. First All-Star game.
And these items that come in, this is a donation process?
Yeah, so these are all donated. Everybody that donates to us is on the same team. We're all preserving hockey history. Whether it's an old stick or a jersey or a wine bottle from the Stanley Cup Finals from the Florida Panthers or back a few years from Tampa, Colorado, Vegas, whoever it might be.
I thought these were loot bags for us.
Yeah, well, that's for after.
Okay, fair enough.
We drank them already. So Jesse, we're going right into our archives now, almost 20,000 square feet of hockey history. And what's amazing about archives is it's basically behind the scenes stuff of every museum. In this case, we have 20,000 square feet of three-dimensional artifacts, videos, photos. As you can see, our stick wall here contains about 4,000 hockey sticks. And it's not just for the 50-goal shooters. It could be from the style of the stick, the make of the stick, the era of the stick. All of that is important in hockey, and it tells the story of the game as it grows up.
Unbelievable. Maybe we can slide one out and have a quick look at one, a miscellaneous
No problem.
stick.
Yeah,
What do we
can.
think here, boys? What's the
Well,
pick?
here, I'll give you a quick,
Sure.
got to put our gloves on here.
Oh, I love it. We're going to zoom into the gloves here.
And you know what, it's amazing because being the keeper of the cup as well, people always say, why do you wear the white gloves? Everybody that works at a museum wears gloves because you don't handle the artifact. Because of that, because all our fingerprints have oils in them, we don't want to get the oils on the artifact. What we did is we brought these white gloves from behind the scene to the forefront when we carry the Stanley Cup. And people think it's all because of the Stanley Cup. It's all because of we're preserving hockey history, which obviously includes the Stanley Cup.
For sure.
So how about this, one of Bobby Hull's early sticks?
Wow, okay. Look at the curve.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Obviously, it's illegal in today's game, but way back, Bobby Hull, Stan Mikita, and Kenny Warm thought, let's curve the hockey stick. So we saw Nell Stewart stick outside,
That's right.
Perfectly straight. Bobby Hull here, it's got like a 3-inch curve on it, but it shows how technology is changing the game. What Bobby Hull and Stan and Kenny did with the wooden stick today is a one-piece stick, or it's a graphite stick, or the way the companies are making them now. It's all started somewhere, and that's what we're trying to produce here, is tell the story of not only the game, but behind the game and how technology is changing the game.
And the evolution of the sticks has been pretty incredible.
It's unbelievable. So we had Bobby Hull's curve there. Like here's a turn of this last century, early 1900s. It was a one-piece stick then. So although technology is advancing, today again they're one-piece sticks. Way back at the turn of the last century, they were one-piece sticks as well. But you can see how high it was. Obviously, humans have evolved over
Some
time.
of them.
Yeah. You and I are still short, but the rest of them are grown.
We're short kings.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, can we slide that Easton Synergy out too? I know for the younger generation, it's been like the most popular stick.
Sure. Where are we looking?
Iconic. I saw a couple right here. Looks like
Yeah.
these ones right here.
Yeah. So we got the one-piece Easton. Obviously, I just showed you a one-piece from the last century. This is Andre Markov.
Big lefty defensive for the Habs.
Montreal Canadiens 2002-3 season. But a one-piece stick again. So in the past 100 years, they've gone from one-piece to two-piece back to one-piece again. Obviously, it's not wood anymore. It's changed. But it just shows how the game is evolving. And the players have so much to do with it because they explain what they're looking for. Companies listen. Hockey evolves.
Unbelievable.
So as we go down here, straight down here, Jesse, we're going to walk to that far room down there. But on my right here is our filing system. So it's photos, newspaper clippings, documents on every artifact that has been donated. We have a complete catalog of it. And it's amazing in today's world where everything is on computer. Museums, a lot of museums have started a long time ago, so a lot of it is paperwork still. Our goal one day is to be all on computer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Whether I'm around then or we can do a podcast then, I don't know if we're going to be around.
Or I'm the new keeper of the cup.
Yeah, well, it could be that.
That would be great. Appreciate that.
On the left here is all international hockey. So as we go down in our rolling files here, and we chose rolling systems because it preserves our space. And space is at a premium in Toronto. So by combining rolling systems, it's created more space for us. You'll also notice when we go back here, we don't have an elevator in this building because that took up space. We don't have a bathroom in here. That took up space. That would have removed some of our space for preserving hockey history. So when we started this whole building, the thought process of how many artifacts we can fit in here was goal one. Wow. We had to take a 5-minute walk to go to the bathroom, but you get your steps in. This is our hockey library, our resource center. We have pretty well every hockey book that's ever been printed is here. Not only English, French, we have Russian, Slovakian, whatever language is produced in, just rows and rows of hockey books.
Wow.
What's amazing about that is because we're a resource center as well, we get students that come in that are doing a project, and it's just like a library when we were in school. You could sign out a hockey book, go to the Carroll, go from there. So beyond the archives, we're also a resource center library too.
Amazing. And you read a lot? You're experiencing this all firsthand, but...
Yeah, I probably should read more other than hockey. Because sure. Apparently there's a lot of good autobiographies and biographies out there. But I'm reading about Derek Sanderson and Wayne Gretzky and all these guys. But I think what's amazing is, especially in Canada, our country has grown up with hockey. So pretty well every hockey book that is written in Canada ties in our country. And it's Canada's gift to the world, I guess,
Jesse. Phil, you want to tell us what we're about to walk into here?
Yeah, so we're going out of our main archives now. We're going to walk into our video photo archives. It's about 10 degrees cooler Fahrenheit, so probably about 3 Celsius cooler. But what's amazing about it, because it's cooler, it's preserving these images longer. In front of us right now, we have about 4 million original images dating back to 1875. Plus, we have VHS, beta. We have original film around the corner. But let's just walk and we'll take a quick glance of what's going on. On the walls here and all the shelves going down, Jesse, how original footage. So what do we got here? 1961 Stanley Cup playoffs. Chicago Blackhawks won the cup, but that's how it was originally shown on TV. Obviously, again, technology plays a huge part. It's all digital now, but there's the original. And as you see going all the way around, all the different years, 58, 56, 57, Stanley Cup Finals, 60, 65. Audio tapes from play-by-play guys. Now it's all digitally right on your phone. Obviously with the camera guys here. There's no longer film, it's all digitized. We have the film. We have the original, we have the Betamax, we have VHS, we have Betacam from Europe, slides, negatives, all of that. But in this room is the history of the game visually.
Very cool. Do you guys have Rock'em Sock'ems in here?
We have Rock'em Sock'ems.
Not to take away from the amazing history of hockey.
No, but Rock'em Sock'ems are a huge part of the game now. I mean, what are they at, 20 now or something? 21?
They got up to like 29. We'll edit in the right number here so we sound like we know what we're talking about.
But all of those VHSs, we have the originals, or we have the VHS copies of the originals, I think Don has. But we probably have a lot of footage that is part of that. But it really shows how the game has evolved over time.
Unreal.
So back here, to me, is the most important part of the Hockey Hall of Fame and Museum. This is where we conserve our artifacts. And every museum does this. And basically what we're trying to do is preserve it for 100 years, 200 years, but it all starts right here with these two freezers. And what's amazing about them, they're just frost-free freezers, but every artifact we get in, we put in here before it goes into our collection. So you'll see there's a box of artifacts in here now. After 5 days, we'll move them over to this spot right here. They'll thaw for 5 days, and then we'll put them in another freezer for 5 days and let them thaw. Then they go into the collection. And the reason we do this, as we spoke about earlier with white gloves, all of our fingerprints have oils on. If the oils get on the artifacts, eventually they'll chew away at the artifact. Not in our lifetime. It could be 100 years, 200 years. But you see, hockey players have this tendency to play hockey and throw their bag in the back of their trunk or in their garage. And it sits there all summer. And then in the winter they take it out and there's a family of whatever living in there chewing away at their gloves. This process stops all that. If you go into a professional dressing room now, they clean the clothes or clean the jerseys after every game. That kills all the bacteria.
Sure.
We're doing basically the same as an equipment guy does, but we're preserving it so it's going to last forever. And what's amazing about it is people don't see this side of thing. You see the artifact when it's on display. You don't see behind the scenes here, but this little square footage here for us is the most important thing going. So we'll have a look at some things here. Here's one for you right here. Wayne Gretzky's first pair of skates. And yeah, we all have first pair of skates, but we're all not Wayne Gretzky. So, obviously a huge part of what hockey history is. Jesse, yours and my skates probably won't make it, but
Yeah, you never know, man.
well, true.
You never know. But yeah, no, this is pretty special, and I believe Ty and the Gretzky family had these out at the basement event, which was a huge hit. But these are, I mean, it doesn't you don't stumble across things like this.
No, this is what I mean. I think everyone can relate to this because everyone who started skating has got a pair of these skates at one time or another. You start somewhere, so we can all relate to this. Once Wayne hit 10 and was scoring 300 goals a season, we can't all relate to that. But the cool thing about it is, you see, we store it in acid-free paper. The same process. We handle it with our gloves on. And the goal is that we're going to have them here for a long time, preserved. Whether it's at the Gretzky basement or the winery or on display here, they're all stored safely, secure. And the whole process would go through with Wayne skates or the jerseys or sticks or gloves. And the reason we freeze it twice is it's kind of like an incubation process. In the winter, an animal will hibernate. In the summer, they come to life. An insect in a jersey, it's now in the winter because it's in the cold, it'll come to life here. So the second time around, we'll get it. But in the end, we're ensuring that it's got a long lifespan.
This is incredible. So you brought the cup to Gaza with John Cooper, and I know you ran into Wayne Gretzky there. Can you share what that experience was like?
What's amazing for me is every guy that wins the Stanley Cup gets the opportunity to take it back to their house or their summer house. I didn't know a lot about Goslar then. I knew where it was, but you land and go into town. It's unbelievable. I think the first stop that day, Wayne Gretzky had one of his hockey schools going on, and we were there with the family. All the kids and all the parents were so excited that Wayne was there, John Cooper was there, we had Stanley Cup champions there. And
Ray Whitney was there.
Ray Whitney was there,
Yeah.
The Stanley Cup was there. It was so special. After that, we actually went into town, stop at a couple of local places, then we went to Wayne's house for a party in the afternoon. And it was so cool for John Cooper, who is now a Stanley Cup champion 35 years later after Wayne had won it, or 30 years later. But to see how winners bond together, it's pretty special. At night we were in downtown. They had a big party downtown, but for people that have never been, it's a must.
Did you go down the water slide?
I did not go down the water slide, but everyone there, I was kind of in uniform. I would have loved to, because Wayne was telling me about it, and then when we got there.
And when you're traveling with the cup, are you always in suit? Is there a dress code, or is that?
That day it was hot that day. I'm pretty sure it was golf shirt and shorts and sandals.
Sure. You could actually go no shirt on the courses out there.
Yeah, I didn't. No one wants to see that. But no, the suit and tie and everything, that's kind of reserved for the night it's won type of thing. And banner nights and things like that. During the summer, it's usually a Hall of Fame golf shirt, shorts, sandals, or shoes, or whatever, depending where we're at or what the environment's like. So I wish I would have had my pants with that.
We'll have to get you on. Amazing.
Well, we got to stop here because this is always a huge thing for people of all ages. Is the evolution of the tabletop hockey game.
Oh my goodness! Yes, look at all the tabletop games here.
So this is the very first tabletop game ever made in Gotham, New York City. But basically, 2 players and a marble, and an uneven floor, and that's how the game started.
Wow.
It has changed over the years, obviously.
Yeah, I believe I used to play one where you could click in a button and it would raise the puck.
Yeah, raise the puck and everything, yeah.
Yeah, used to play like that all the time.
The Coleco plastic ones or the Winwell plastic ones.
Wow. This is special.
There's one of Wayne's. He had the 3D guys.
He had a good marketing guy, I'll tell you that much.
He did. He did. But what's amazing is the tabletop hockey game has now evolved into, then it was Sega, now it's online and everything. And it's one of those things, just like technology, it's evolved so much over time.
Unbelievable.
Let's stop here and actually I got a good one for you right here. Justin Bieber's first autograph. So when he played in Stratford, he had to sign a document to allow him to play AAA hockey.
Justin Bieber actually has pretty good skill out there.
He's pretty good. Wow. So there's his original contract with the Hockey Alliance in Ontario.
Wow.
Stratford Minor Hockey, 2002 Rotary Club.
That's where has he ever seen that? No?
I don't know if he knows we have it. I'm not sure if he's ever seen it here. I think it would be cool if he came through and we surprise him and show it. I think
that'd be amazing.
I think he would love it.
Yeah, for sure.
But it'd also be a cool moment for not only hockey fans.
That's crazy. Can I see that one more time?
Yeah. Wow. So we don't put the original on display. We blow it up so everyone can see it. But
pretty cool.
There it is. There's his signature. It's changed a bit now, but.
Okay, so we got the lug hockey question of the week. Phil, what is the most scrumptious snack that you've ever seen eaten out of the Stanley Cup?
Wow.
Keyword scrumptious. I'm thinking, for me, I'm a cinnamon toast crunch guy, but I bet you there's some caviar going on.
Yeah, well, I remember Alex Ovechkin had caviar. A lot of the Russians, when they go to Russia, did. But I remember Thomas Kopecky from Slovakia. His mom made a homemade soup, and he had it out of the cup. And they always ask, will I have some with it? But sure. I think you got to win it to have something, so I'll get it on the side. But it was it was unbelievable, but it was the inside of a stomach of a cow.
Okay.
But the soup was absolutely, he told me it in Slovakian first, then I ate it, then he told me in English. But it was the inside of the stomach of a cow soup, and it was unbelievable.
Amazing.
But what's I think even more amazing is when the guys take it home and they eat either cinnamon toast or caviar or whatever it happens to be, it means a lot to them. Whether you're out east, you're having lobster, or wherever, out west, you're having
So pasta.
Yeah, his Italian upbringing, that's a huge part, and that's important to him. That's why he does it. And I think a lot of people don't realize that part of thing. They've thought out why they're having pasta in it. It's not just, let's just do what we can do. For Roberto, his family is Italian, his mom and dad, his family, and that's important to him. And to him, that's a magical moment.
Amazing.
To be part of it, it's pretty cool.
That's awesome. This has been exceptional. Thank you so much for allowing us a little access here. I know you're a big believer in growing the game, and this is a really cool thing for people to see that maybe they haven't had the chance to see. So thank you so much.
Hey, no problem. You know what? It's behind the scenes here. Not a lot of people know about it, but it's really preserving the game that we all love. And hopefully years and years from now, this will all be here and it'll continue to grow.
Amazing. All right. Thank you.
No problem, bud.